President Trump is offering thousands of dollars to average Americans in the big, beautiful bill that not many people are talking about. Take a look at this. If we start for seniors, $450 for seniors, $1,750 for overtime workers, and up to $13,000 for families. To be honest, I think seniors should get the $13,000. Anyways, there's a lot of money going out to average Americans if this bill passes. Now, Trump is already planning a victory lap, kind of a celebration right after July 4th for the passing of this bill, yet it has still not passed in the Senate. Where we stand with that now, looks like they're going to have a make or break vote this upcoming weekend. Also, speaking of stimulus, what's the deal with that $5,000 Doge stimulus check? Now that Elon Musk has exited Doge and Musk and Trump had a big fight, are we still going to see any part of that $5,000 check? If we take a look right here, it looks like $180 billion was saved, and if we were to get a check right now, that would be $1,118. We were given so many promises about these Doge dividend checks, getting everyone excited, but what's going to happen now? Well, there is an update on that, and I'll give you some other important updates as well. Before I dive into the main content, if you appreciate the Social Security update, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more Social Security updates. So when it comes to the big, beautiful bill, everybody in America is saying, all right, what's in it for me? You know, we hear that rich people are getting tax breaks, but what is in it for the average American or seniors? People on Social Security over 65, what about them as well? Well, when it comes to Trump's plans for a victory lap of the big beautiful bill, he may be counting his eggs or counting his chickens before they hatch. So what it's saying here is a top Trump aide pointed out that this will likely be seen as Trump's first big move of the 2026 midterm cycle, and Republican control of the House is acute risk, meaning that they want this passed really bad. The bill has passed the House, but faces hurdles in the Senate. And Senate Majority Leader John Thune says he won't let senators leave for 4th of July recess until the bill passes, saying, all you senators, I know you want to go celebrate, go to your vacation houses, enjoy your yachts, whatever you have, but you can't go until a vote is done. So it'll be a puzzle, but the White House expects the bill will pass. So we're going to try to pass it this weekend. So currently, though, it wouldn't be able to be signed because if everything is according to plan, Trump should be in the Netherlands right now doing a NATO summit. So according to that, if everything went according to plan, they don't always say what the president is doing. But when it comes to what is in this, thousands of dollars, potentially a form of stimulus right here. So rather than go over some of the tax minor details, let's go over how much money people could actually get for the average American. So delivers $1,300 tax cut for the average American family, delivers up to $11,600 in higher wages per worker, delivers up to $13,300 more in take-home pay for a family with 2 children. So that's me. I'm a family with 2 children. Am I going to get $13,000? That would be huge. But I'm not getting my hopes up yet because I want to know the details. Delivers on President Trump's priorities of no tax on tips, overtime, car loan interest, and tax relief for seniors. That will be put more money annually in the pockets of millions of Americans. So that is up to $1,750 for overtime workers, $1,700 for tipped workers, and up to $450 for seniors. Now, what's not going to be in here, what I did speak about in the past, is the $6,000 senior bonus. Now, a lot of people are asking, all right, President Trump ran on the promise of no taxes on Social Security. Why isn't that in here? Well, supposedly that, whatever the legality is with Congress and Social Security, that can't be in this bill. For whatever reason, the legal workarounds, that can't be in this bill. So they wanted to give seniors a $6,000 deduction. It was $4,000 in the House version of the big, beautiful bill. But now that this is the Senate, it's in the Senate, they want to give seniors $6,000. So that's where we stand right now when it comes to the thousands of dollars that's in this. There's also a lot of other benefits to this bill, which I'm not going to go over. As you can see, a lot of tax cuts and saying expands 529 education savings. That's like for families and stuff. That's what I have for my kids. But I'm going to save all that just because I wanted to show what the average American would get. So as I mentioned, it looks like they're going to plan a vote this weekend, and no one goes home to celebrate July 4th until this bill passes. Let me know your thoughts. Are you happy with this bill? Good bill, not a good bill? I know a lot of people are saying with all these numbers, including myself, $13,000 for families with 2 children. That's me. I'll believe it when I see it in my bank account. Sounds great on paper, but all it takes is just for them to say, oh, it's this qualification, that qualification, right? So they're putting out a lot of numbers there. I'll believe it when I see it in my bank account. Let me know if you feel the same way there. All right, but now let's move on to this. Speaking of stimulus and money going out to people, especially people who deserve more money, what about Donald Trump's stimulus check 2025? What Musk exit means for the Doge dividend check, right? So we were on a big high before. Everyone's talking about this Doge dividend check. We have Congress members, Elon Musk, Trump, everyone's saying, hey, you're going to get a $5,000 check. Maybe not now, but once we save all this money in the government. Now, a lot of money was saved. Take a look at this. $180 billion. That means $1,118 per taxpayer. Now, if we take a look, it hasn't really been updated much. A little bit here since May. So it looks like June, so May 29th, right? I think that's when the big feud happened, maybe around there, May 29th. Yeah, maybe that's when the whole big feud happened between Trump and Musk. It was about a month ago. And then biggest update, June 30th, 54 million. So it looks like this may just sort of fizzle out. I don't know if this is going to be updated. I don't know if this number is going to go up or anything like that. So it looks like if we were to get a check, it would be $1,000 if we were to get 20% of this money saved. Some are saying that these numbers aren't real. It's hard to know what to believe. But the biggest question is, what's going to happen with that $5,000 check? As we had the CEO, James Fishbeck, who I've showed many interviews on this channel of him saying, yes, it's happening. We're talking with Congress. We're working it out. Well, if none of this Doge is in the big, beautiful bill, it's likely we're not going to see that $1,000 check or even a $5,000 check anytime soon. So when it comes to the big update, let's get to it right here. So what happens next? Well, with Musk's departure, the already weakened momentum behind Doge stimulus checks has waned. While Trump has not officially shelved the plan, the lack of action on Capitol Hill combined with the gap between promised and achieved savings leaves the future of the payment in question, which if there is no momentum now, there's probably not going to be any more momentum, especially with Musk on the out of government. And after the words that have been said between Musk and Trump, I don't think he'll ever be back in government and have control over Doge. So to be honest, I don't think this check is going to happen. A lot of you were saying you didn't think this check was going to happen to begin with. I was a little hopeful because there was a lot of momentum. A lot of people were behind Musk, regardless of what you thought his background was. A lot of people were behind getting rid of waste in government and giving that money to the American people, which makes sense if you think about it. Regardless of the methods done, it makes sense. We know that the government is wasting a lot of money. If you could just stop that waste and cut the Americans a piece of that check, it makes sense on face value. I know a lot of people weren't happy with the methods that were done, but the idea, the concept, I liked it. I really liked it. But unfortunately, I think this is probably dead as well. So when it comes to Trump's stimulus check, possibly through the big beautiful bill, but I don't think we're going to see that $5,000 or $1,000 or $2,000 Doge dividend check. What are your thoughts there? Do you agree? Disagree? Anyways, that is all the news that I have for you today to hopefully cheer you up a bit. Here's my daughter Bella's tip of the day.
Hi guys, this is the tip of the day. Want me to tell you the one thing that you should do? You should, when you feel bad, take a couple deep breaths in and out. And also, after that, you can realize that things are better. So, bye.
If you haven't heard about the new COLA increase with the Trump bump, you're going to want to click this video over here, as there is a new COLA estimate for 2026 for your Social Security, and it has a Trump bump, unlike we have never seen before. So click that video now, and I'll see you in that video. Take care, be safe. Thank you for watching.